And
Thank you for the 37 long months of subscribing Cosmic Cadence.
as the disembodied voice says, thank you for the 37 months. And welcome into Hybrid Let's Play. I'm Hybrid. What a way to kick off the stream tonight. Thanks again, Cosmic, for the 37 months. It didn't read your message? Oh no. Oh no, what was your message? I don't even see a message. I see no messages. Unfortunately, I only see resubscribe for 37 months. I apologize for that, but welcome in. Welcome. Good to see you online. And welcome in to all of you. Thanks for joining us here. Tonight's edition of Hybrid Let's Play. Figure since we're going to be dealing with Kieran Estevez tonight, I figure we should go matchy and also wear a button-down blue shirt. I just didn't want to be too matchy, so I just unbuttoned the top a little bit. Welcome in. We're gonna be talking to Estevez here in a second. We gotta open those jail cells, and surely nothing bad will happen. I say as I've already played this game. So we'll be doing that tonight. We'll be continuing with Saga stuff. We will also, I believe, be hitting up the second DLC pack, the Lake House. So we'll be checking that out. The mysterious lake house that we found almost at the very beginning of the first playthrough.
Oh shit, we're almost my age. Though by the time we renew this next month, I'll have aged again, so we'll still only almost be my age. But the following month, I'll be subbed as many months as I've been alive years. Crazy. That is crazy, Cosmic. So yeah, something to look forward to though next month. That's exciting. So there we go. So can't wait for that. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun playing through 2 months from now. Yes. Oh, did you do it wrong? Next month also. Yeah. Oh, I did. Oh, well. The important thing is the disembodied voice got it right. So that's really what it's all about. Good job, disembodied voice. So with that, since the disembodied voice is better at the talking part than I am, I should get to the part that I'm better at, ostensibly. And that's the video game plans. Let's go ahead and start that up. So we're gonna rejoin Saga here. It's because you have hands. Well, agree to disagree sometimes that I have hands. Also, chat, right before we got started, I was like setting this up and getting everything, and I put my controller down and I accidentally pushed the the trigger for the flashlight, and it cost me an entire bar of my flashlight meter. And I was like, nope, and just reloaded the save. I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. I don't care if I'm on easy mode. We're not dealing with that. So quick check. I do think we've pretty much done everything. I think just like hello. I think just like last time, I feel like a lot of the containers they're talking about just don't exist here, and it's really confusing. But that's all right. So yeah, I think now we're just gonna go up here, and we're gonna go. What's our goal? Visit Wake in his cell. Let's go visit Wake in his cell. I will say, real quick, we'll go ahead, because I love pills. Pills are delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and munch on some pills. That's forgot about that dead body. Oops. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and run out here. There's Kieran. Hey, Kieran. See, we're matchy. We're matchy. You know what? She doesn't have it buttoned up all the way either. So you know what? We're twinning a little bit. We're twinning. I don't have these sweet looking boots on, but and I don't have my hair in a ponytail, thank God. But yeah, we're twinning some. We're twinning. So let's hope we're also winning as we enter the jail cell. It's a bun.
Saga.
Ilmo.
FBI, FBC, you government fucks.
Yeah, Ilmo. One sec. Is it a bun?
Pass the fuck out.
You're the leaders of the
Oh, I
cult.
guess it is a bun. My bad.
You're not going
well,
anywhere.
My point still stands. my point still
Wait
stands.
will ruin everything. Get rid of him, Saga.
Yeah?
You fucking shut me. Typical government stooge.
Typical government stooge.
Let me out so I can kill him. That fucker! You come to our town and act like you know what you're dealing with, but you have no fucking idea.
Oh, do
Let
it.
us out. You can't stop it. None of you can. We can take care of this. We've been preparing for this.
Really? Have you? Are you sure about that? Well, yeah, I guess that doesn't work. I do see a manuscript page literally right there. Y'all closer to twinning with the bun though? Maybe. We also do have 2 investigations. There's also wait, there is also a manuscript page right back here. Oh yeah, right there. Let's go ahead and grab this one. This was Sheriff Station attacked. Who attacked it? Agent Young held his clipboard up to the light. The equipment will be accounted for. He ticked the boxes, satisfied. The noise on the other side of the back lot made him pause. He peered into the darkness. Nothing. Shrugging, he signed and dated the form. Estevez wanted everything ready, just in case. Young appreciated a cautious leader. Estevez had held it together even after the oldest house had gone dark. Young began to head inside. The local sheriff station was a tight fit, but at least they had a coffee machine. Young felt optimistic. The para-utilitarian was already in custody. Another clatter. Behind him. Closer this time. He turned, hand on his holster. He called out to the darkness. This station has been seized by the Federal Bureau of Control. You are not authorized to be here. Suddenly the lights flickered, went off. Young couldn't see a thing. Then from inside the station, the screams began. Dang. Okay. Well. Wake, would you know anything about these screams? Alan? Alan, what have you done, Alan? Alan. Hello.
Do you have it?
You and I need to
You
talk.
wrote Logan into the story. You told me yourself. From the dark place.
Listen, Scratch is coming.
You're not answering my question.
He's close. He's almost here.
My daughter is dead because of you. She's a child. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm trying to fix this. I will fix this. I'll save everyone, but we're running out of time. I need the clicker.
I have the
Okay.
clicker. You will fix this. You will save my daughter. Promise me.
Yes, I promise. But we're out of time. Hurry!
Don't fucking give it to him. He's a fucking monster, Saga. There it is. We've been waiting for you, motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
Yeah. There's tons of weapons around here.
Scratch. He was pretending to be Wake. The plan is fucked.
Yeah?
Estevez, come in. Scratch is here. How do I stop him?
Bad news. The containment unit isn't prepped.
That's very bad
Light rays
news.
should affect him.
How do I activate the lights?
I can turn them on from here, but you need to prime the 3 power cores first. The glowing FBC generator cubes.
Wait, where? Oh, there you are. Oh. You're a cow. You're a mad cow. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, there's the other one. Estevez pushing A did not do anything. Oh, wait. I have to hold the A button. How dare.
There must be a way to slow him down.
Can you actually get one of these? I don't think you can actually get one of these.
I need more time.
Yeah. All right. Yep. There we go.
2 more to go.
Man, you really don't like rifle shots to the face,
Another
eh?
core activated.
Only one left. Doing great.
Hello, Scratch. Wait, really? Well. How about them apples? Wow, did you really not? There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Scratcher's here. He'll be back.
Anybody answer me?
Fuck do we do now?
End of chapter. Nope. Oh, is that the oh, we do need to profile Wake. Is that the wait? Oh, okay. So I guess that's the last various artist. I wonder why they all did. Guys, they're learning. Oh no, who's learning? No. You just got an ad for no. They know they don't know nothing. Welcome in, Zephyr. Good to see you online. Happy to have you here. Hope your Friday Eve is going well. Trapped in the dark place.
Escape the dark place. Is it possible he's
Hello,
still
friendo.
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
there? Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was.
Dun dun dun. All right, let's see. How many more manuscript pages do we have? Because I think we have about them all. We're still missing 1 from 3. We're missing 1 from 6 and then 3 from 7. Okay. Anything more? The story. One day we'll get to use those. Powerful light arrays. Light in the dark presence. Done. Cool.
The dark presence is vulnerable against bright light.
Against.
At least that makes sense.
All right. And then we have Wake in the Clicker. And we got a couple more things here. This one is now done. Deduction available. Wake is trapped in the dark place. Right. Oh, where is Wake? Excuse me.
Wake is trapped in the dark place.
Dun dun dun.
He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps.
Scratch wanted the same thing. And Wake has been contacting me. Yep. So now how do rescue though? How do rescue? Let's see. And then yeah, the story is just all that super fun for later stuff. Okay, cool. All right. Before we do that, I believe we have... Is this door openable?
I don't have the key.
You don't have the key. All right, well, we'll get that manuscript page later then. All right, so what do? We close the doors. We need to talk to Casey and Estevez. Is there anything on here right now? No, I don't think so. We can go talk to the brother, the still alive brother. Hey, love your ads. Sorry about Yako.
Sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Yako was all heart. He always went along with my ideas. no matter how
Zevia,
stupid they
old
were.
can design,
Always happy to
new
help.
can design.
Not a stupid
Zevia
idea.
will always
Carried
design
away.
a masterpiece of flavor in your
Never
mouth.
think things
Drink Zevia. I went to journalism school for this.
Sure did. All right. Thank you, Zephyr, for keeping us hydrated. We have delicious creamy root beer, Zevia, tonight.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the
Do you want to,
cult of the
like,
tree.
wipe your brother's
Cult is
viscera off
my
your face?
craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect water in Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
Yep. Oops. How long has the cult been
How long has
operating?
the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius.
Genius.
Just the name did half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night.
That's
Business
fair.
101. Fear is a great motivator.
Why go after
You were
Alan?
trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing. Not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
All right. So let's see what we got. We got some more stuff for our vision board here. Cult of the Tree. Ilmo's never heard of Scratch. The cult found Wake's pages inside Taken. So I can go there. The cult of the tree targeted people already corrupted. Nope. There we go. Okay. And Ilmo's never heard of Scratch. Okay, so that goes there. And then Ritual was meant to destroy Taken, not create them. Oh, Cult Ritual. What is it? There we go. All right. So yeah, we are getting like a lot of this board done. Thankfully, I didn't know how much we would get of this done, but that's good. So let's now gotta do some more Koskala profiling. Killing
Ilmo
Taken.
said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Yeah, there you go.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time. Wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual.
Well, good job, bookers. Okay. Elmo Nightingale was already taken. So that's done. So we need one more for there, two more for there, and one more for there. Stop telling me these are new things that I can't do anything with. Okay. Oh, the town still
I'm
needs
gonna deal with the situation, Ilmo. But the town will need protection until we sort this out. I could use your help.
Right. I'll round up the gang. Whoever's left. We won't let these fucking monsters hurt any more of our people. We'll do my brother proud.
Thank you, Ilmo.
Okay. All right. Let's continue on.
Scratch's wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window. How could we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle.
Ah, what a boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
So the Cult of the Tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing's what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other.
True.
Too many versions of the truth.
Too many versions of us.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Partners to the end.
Yeah.
This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
You got anything?
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you.
Well,
That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia.
Virginia.
Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
Basically, it's basically a magic wand. The clicker is imbued with powers, essentially, that you can use to create things. Wake used it in the first game to essentially rewrite the story at the end. And we're going to use it. Actually, I don't know if we're going to even use it tonight. We might not use it tonight. But we do use it to, along with the old gods of Asgard, to re-summon Wake in a way at the end. So yeah, it's basically a magic wand. Just sometimes it needs an amp.
The whole thing is a nightmare.
Nightmare.
I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence.
Not great.
My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her.
Dang.
I know I am.
Dang. All right.
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must
Casey's
know
like,
something.
Good news.
Screw that lady.
No intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control.
Yay, do I get a gun?
The files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go team.
Go team. All right, so now I have the prison cell
One
key.
more thing.
Yeah?
The lake house. I didn't give you all the details earlier, but now that you're part of the team, I can really let loose. Misery loves company.
I see. 1 second on that. Gonna go over here and grab what we need out of here. Prison cell key. Let's go ahead and grab manuscript page. Dark Poem 3. A pale balloon in the sky, float and sink deeper. Night springs when bright falls. For this sleeper, the surface disturbed, the reflection now a traitor, and the cavity of the skull turned to a crater. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. All right, that's the last page from there. Are we just missing Dark Poem 2? It looks like, because we have 1 and 3, I think. Oh no, there's Dark Poem 2. All right, cool. And then just quickly on the map. There's a couple more Investigación things and a point of interest. All right, Investigación.
The cult didn't trust Wake.
Cult didn't trust Wake.
Or is it Scratch?
Or is it Scratch?
Wake isn't the first person the Dark Presence disguised itself as.
Oh yes, Barbara Yeager. Yes, we read about that in the thingy. And then here. Boom.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place.
It sure is.
What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
It's Alan. We've been trying to tell you this the whole time. All right. Wait, is there? Oh, it looked like there was an A button prompt there. Let's see, there's something over here. The lake house. And then Alan Wake and Cult Connections. All right, so we do have some stuff for the case board. FBC file on the clicker. Great.
The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art.
There you go.
Makes them permanent.
There you go. A light switch with supernatural powers must be used with art to amplify reality-changing effects. There you go. The game provides. All right, we have the Dark Presence one right there. And then we have some more for the Cult of the Tree. FBC file linking cult activity. To Wake. And then that's it for there. Wake and the clicker. How to rescue Wake. And then for later. Never mind. Okay. Anything else? There are new conversations we can have with each. And there is a point of interest. We're also going to save real quick. All right. Yeah, and then, yeah, this is the gun, but we already have the gun, so it doesn't matter. All right. So, Estevez. What happened at that lake house? Oh, so this is, we can tell this is Tim Breaker's office because of the Warland door picture. But, Estevez, what happened at the lake house?
What happened at the lake house?
You are about to be in the lake house expansion. Do you wish to continue? Sure do.
Right. You've seen firsthand how complicated and messy the FBC's cases are. But this story should help you learn that things can always get weirder.
Always. Always. What happened to you? So we're actually gonna pause it. So this is, we've had some problems with the game, like cutting weird. This I think can solve it. So we're just gonna let hopefully shouldn't be too bad now.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most.
Dang.
We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the Threshold and Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work.
Thanks. That's actually a good use of our tax dollars.
In paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake. Before I even knew you were on this case, Saga. The Lake House was my first stop.
So yeah, we've been hearing that thing going off.
If they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
Dang. That's not a good start. Hey, it's that pad.
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts.
Hello, Marmonts. You're a good use of tax dollars. Thank you. That's how I got this shirt. See, your tax dollars.
You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And here we are. Return Addendum. That's a name. All right, let's go investigate the lake house. All right, so.
Agent Kieran Estevez requesting entry. I don't have time for this.
Just use the ID card. Man, where do I get one of those?
Take long, okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
Dun dun. All right.
The lake house was run by the research department.
Oh, research.
Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency.
That's fair.
Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes.
Really? Do I?
In retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
That's never good. All right. What do we have over here? I got a nice little van. All right. Anybody in here? Hello? No? Okay. They do have some parking set up. This is a nice building. Not unlike the lake house from Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Very nice. I can see myself living in a lake house like this. It's quaint. Nice bridge. Nice architecture. Nice security camera. Would make this for a nice cult community. Exactly. All right, let's use that ID card again. Nice. All right.
Hello?
Please wait
Agent
here.
Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department.
Hello? Anybody in there? That's not usually a good sign. Got a nice service hatch though. Security check. Remove outerwear, empty pockets and remove metals. Place contents into bins. When directed by security staff, proceed through metal detection. Well, hey, there's that banner badge thing. Okay, well.
No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility?
Hello?
No?
Okay, well, it was definitely going in the report.
Oh, I missed that noise.
And welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife,
Dr. Diana Marmont.
And together we are the heads of research at this facility.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
Oh, no.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Yeah, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Sure does. Well then, let's take a little peek-see around here with this this group of definitely sane and healthy individuals. Urgent reminder, lake safety protocols. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilians and FBC employees. Fishing, redacted. Swimming, boating, applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for redacted purposes. Water skiing, redacted in the water. Paddle birding. These activities can result in redacted in an estimated redacted % of cases. If you are unclear about any of the restrictions listed above, please speak with redacted. You guys, I miss redacted. I've missed you, redacted. Date redacted security report, reply local rumors. Background, a recent security operation was performed among the citizens of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appear to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there's a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity or possibly even aggression. It is possible this is even the reason for the lake house security breach back in redacted. Action to be taken. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. Director, they keep talking about how the lake house is not full of Riz. If the rumors continue, disseminating a cover story may be required, perhaps even fabricated signage for an American Volcano Commission type institution. Date redacted. Well, if you love it so much, you should live there. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Dr. Marmont here to remind you to put in 100% effort today. Okay. Any unaccompanied artist must... Wait. Unaccompanied artist must be reported to security immediately. Wait, what? All right, that's a lot of coffee. All right. Anything over here? Ooh! Donut. Delicious. And a kitty. And crackers. That's probably would have been my desk. Security, safety, censorship. The 3 S's. Wow, what a joke. Oh, look at this summoning circle of donuts. And you have do not unplugged, donut unplug. Haha. 4. Okay. There's a 3 there. All right. A worker must have a big workspace. Absolutely. Federal Bureau of Control. All right. From Avar Rahmani, FBC personnel, status update reply to oldest house. To all staff, on-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. So if we're to believe that Control takes place in the year it came out, which was 2019, that means even 4 years after Jesse solved, in air quotes, the problem and assumed the directorship position, they're still screwed. That's not good. Okay. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown's initialization remains unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the redacted field originating from the oldest house as of redacted, increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every redacted hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to the signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Ramani, supervisory agent. Interesting. Took the last cup of coffee, brewed a pot. Super normal people. There's another summoning circle. All right, you guys really love your summoning circles here. Don't know how I feel about that. Ooh, a map. That's handy. That is handy. Thank you. Okay, so we're on ground floor right now. Looks like we need to use an elevator. Then painting production. What are pencils used to measure? I don't know. I've heard that they make a club though. Ooh, Marmonts. Where are they? Holding an observation, then page development. Interesting. And then, oh, there's Dr. Marmont's office. In what is definitely not a boss room. For sure. Not a boss room. There's no way that's a boss room. All right. Ooh, more donuts. Also, I do know we do need to make some changes. First difficulty, we'll put it back on normal. Options, we can, I don't know if there are any of these, but we'll put them on normal. To be properly scared as they intended. Office of Co-Head of Research, Dr. Jules Marmont. Okay, so this is her office.
Dr. Marmont's not here.
No, they look happy there. Barrows University.
I'll have to check downstairs.
Degree of Doctor of Applied Science from William Devereaux. Special Service Certificate. Oh, from Casper Darling. Hey, Casper. And then Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Appointment as Facility Head. The senior leadership of the FBC has determined to appoint Jules as Head Research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont, effectively upon the facility's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director, and Casper Darling, Bureau Head of Research. Yeah, we'll go down in a second. All right. Why is there a bust of him? To my new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you all definitely did love each other at some point. Look at this view, though. Oh my gosh. Like, this is half the reason to buy the place to be at all.
An experiment. Ooh. That bodes well.
Always does. Ooh, map updated. With what? Oh, thingies. Points of interest. Let's see. Science fact of the day on September 14, 2023. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38. 38 is bolded.
Changing passwords, huh?
Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware that this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty to remember password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. All right. So it'll be something probably 38 or maybe 14 and 38 is part of the code. Replacement key card request form. Please fill out the fields below before delivering the form of security. A new key card will be issued. Jules Marmont, co-head of research, the highest one. I forget what it is called. My old card went missing. How would I know if it is lost or stolen or is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you are so concerned with this? I am the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Dang. Subject P. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings featured scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and is an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 parautilitarian. Though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by research with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. Okay. All right, so we need a password to get into your thing. All right. Anything over here? The Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Pie was good. More for the rest of us. We have coffee. Deerfest this week. Bad news. HQ still dark. Nut allergy bad. No, I'm a beer. It's good. Tried it. The artist is illegible. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time canceled. Okay. Don't touch. All right. Fair enough. Let's see. Anything over here? The dangers of doodling. Oh, I think my church talked to me about this at some point. Please remember that any unauthorized art can skew the results of ongoing research. The following types of recreational creativity are forbidden: doodling, rhythmic drumming with pencils, fingers, or other makeshift percussion instruments, stacking office supplies into sculpture-like arrangements, dancing, and humming. No ducks. We learned that in Control. No ducks. Ramnus daily stand-up. No doodling. Interesting. Who's Ramnus? Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Figurines, ornaments, decorations, and other trinkets are forbidden on employee desks. Okay.
It's locked.
Stuff's locked. Okay. So I think that's about it. Hey, we have a new quote. Thank you, Zephyr. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see. So, oh, there's another circle. Actually, I missed this one first. A circle of pens. And I guess that's really a circle of coffee mugs. Interesting. That's, huh. Okay. All right. Well, we have a 4 there. We have a 3 here. I don't see any other numbers. Was there a number in here? Like, really? Not really. So maybe it's like, so there's 3, 4, and then 38, 34, 14.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't. Bless me. Excuse me.
Come on.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, it's 14. So 34, 38, 14?
That's not right.
Okay, so it's not that. So we know it's not more than 6 digits. All computer passwords were reset daily. Permanent set of digits is the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. I guess maybe, let's see, nothing on there. Nothing on there. July 18th. Okay. So we have an 18. Was there a number on here? No. So let's see. So we could try 18, 38,
damn it,
14, 38, 18.
Nope.
Nope. Other the order to change passwords daily happened the day before everybody left according to the calendar. Oops. All right. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. What else could it be? So again, we have the day, and that's bolded, July 18th. So that seems important. Because I feel like it's only going to be stuff really in her office. There's no dates on here. So where did I oh, the 38th, right? Yeah. Is it maybe like 18, 38, 13?
That's not right.
Or 38, 18?
Come on.
Okay. Like I feel like the numbers outside. You have thoughts? Go ahead. You can. I've been working long enough at this, and I do want to kind of keep this moving along at a semi-brisk pace. You can throw those in chat, Zephyr. I mean, I guess it could be like 7/18 because it's July. Is the change? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I understand because it says do not use dates. So, okay. So the number, so it ends in 38. Okay. Do not use the current date, but we're using something from the current date. Okay. So, but then at that point, now we only have 2 numbers then, really, right? Because what else does, no. What else does it say? Yeah, so we need, I mean, maybe then it is like 34 is part of it. So then, I mean, maybe. So 18, 34, 38. Although there's no guarantee. 18, 34, nope. No. Oh, okay, there we go. 1843, 38.
Come on.
43, 18, 38, 34, 13, 38.
Nope.
Can it be that July plus 38? Maybe. So that would be 07. Wait. So, okay. So July 18th. So it'd be, have I even been putting it wrong? I might have been putting it wrong. So we could try like 07, 18 for the date, and then 38. Unlock the door, Gov Security. Surely nothing bad will happen. Let's go. Let's start from the beginning. Annual budget. Good morning. A friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make a plan? All the best, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Diana, I am too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is to go toward Project Arbitus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. Jules. So this is David. I apologize for the difficulty. No. Wait. Oh, Jules is the husband. My bad. Yeah, that's what I started figuring. I was like, it's probably just stuff in her office. That would make sense. I apologize. Or no, this is his office. Jules is the guy. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation. Though I am confident you understand that, I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Sincerely, Jules Maman, co-head of research. Well, that is a response. Harry awkwardly. So does next Wednesday work? All right. Page's request. Dr. Marmont, Project Arbitus has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Ramnus. And they are, what are these names? And they are shared research materials, so can I release them back to Arbitus? Sincerely, Dr. Perry Levine, Senior Researcher. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Our business says the same thing. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility's security if you leave your computer open. Thank you, Brian Lopez, IT Specialist. All right. Let's go over here. Hello. Experiment in progress.
This should come in handy.
Nice. What we got? Ooh, another key card. Oh, look at that kitty. Look at the kitties. Look at those kitties. All right. Anything else in here? Not really. Although, it sounded like something just happened. That's probably fine. All right. So I guess we can head on down to the next floor. Well, this has been super fun so far. Oh, here's another map in case you didn't get the first one. By the way, see, they made it so easy sometimes, and sometimes they made it really hard. That's fine. All right, let's go to -1.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts.
Going nuts!
Estevez to team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to...
Well. That's not great.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
That is very not good.
Breach detected on sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house.
You couldn't have
All
told me
agents
this like
converge on the
3 minutes
facility
ago.
now.
Oh.
Relay that order. Shit. Where's the fucking elevator?
Excuse?
Okay. Priority 1.
I love that the thing is now just leave.
Like, you're not smart?
All right. So yeah, now we go into painting production. Excuse me. Gotta find a way to bring the elevator back. Looks like Jinx blasted all everywhere here.
Zevia. Sorry about dat says, drink Zevia. It is a miracle cure.
It is.
Drink Zevia. Zevia cannot legally tell you it is a miracle cure, but it totally is.
It sure is. Thank you, Zephyr. Delish. All right. Let's see what definitely not terrible things await in here. It's
What the fuck was that?
It's funny. I was going to say a very similar thing, Estevez. I want a Zevia flavored color like this walls. Ooh. This would be like what? Cotton candy? Yeah, cotton candy. Yeah. Delicious cotton candy. Wild cherry. Ooh, that's not bad. Shelter area this way. Okay. All right. There's them. Research order. As the lake house continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form has shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. Oops. Zephyr, have a good lurky lurk. Have a good quick time at work, and we'll catch you again in a future stream. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for keeping me hydrated, friend. Appreciate you. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the lake house, effective immediately. Research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own work. Note, Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Okay. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effect, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant level of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the blank pages, his proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. Okay. Oh, it's a shelter. Just like at the Bureau. They also have shelters. That's cool. And they have a quick save. And a map. Another map. That's 3 maps in like 2 rooms. Just saying. Just saying, game. Oh, yeah. We don't have any other guns. I guess eventually we're gonna get a shotgun. That's kind of cool. That's always fun. Get a little shoddy action. Here's the directors. Panel control room. All right. Hey, Casper.
Dr. Darling.
You're just stuck on a loop, eh? All right. One of those balls. God, this music is not helping.
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Fine. Let's go power it up. All right. Oh boy. All right. Okay. Oh, it's one of these.
Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
Guessing I need to go to that green light over there. That's don't like those noises. Tell you that for free. Wait. Wait, what? There was something shimmering on that one. I saw that. Yeah, that. Don't like that. There's Scratch. Yeah, you know what? Maybe now I understand why they didn't want painters just walking willy-nilly around.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
What is it? Wait, what are you talking about? Wait. Oh, it's in here? Oh, that. Okay.
Can't open it from the side.
Dang it. Okay, there's the cube. Wait, that says like you need... Oh. That door is locked. Installing power cores. Pick up power core. Align power core with the receiving socket. Insert power core.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
Don't like that I can't use my gun or my flashlight like right now. That's...
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
Just... Can I run? I cannot run. Don't like the encroaching noises. Really don't like them. Let's put this here. Okay. Only use power. Okay. Hey, there we go. Everything's...
At least the elevator's back.
Better. Oh, that is not a fun noise. Gonna do a quick save. And then going to go in here. I can push this button now, right? Oh, those noises are not getting better. Not getting better at all. Okay. Okay, so the elevator's back where we left it. There was a point of interest there, but that's fine. We can leave that for now. Wait, then what did we just open? Oh, elevator moved. Oh, okay. I understand now. That's why the map updated. Oh, and the room also moved. Okay. Just for the record, is that door open down there? Nope, there's a panel in front of it. Yeah, and we need level 2 access at least to get to it. Okay. Where?
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no... It never fucking works.
Yep, nope. Just going. Just going. Go to the elevator.
What the fuck were those things?
But we can't really leave. Oh. Oh, okay, so we can actually go to 2. Okay.
You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work.
All right.
Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Mirror, please hold. Please hold.
No, where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
What is that?
Don't like that.
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control.
I don't think this will work.
I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand?
First time for what?
Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you?
It's like a Rorschach painting.
Speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation?
That's a lot.
What does that mean?
No brush, a self-portrait!
Okay, hey, calm down!
Fire in his eyes and hands and bones!
You need to cease all hostility right now!
Okay.
Bad news.
That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me.
Yay!
Baby steps.
Baby steps. All right, let's look at the map. Yep, couldn't do anything there in holding an observation. Oh, she's taking notes. Oh, cool. She's like taking notes completely. This is cool. I like this. So it's not just updating the map, it's updating like notes too. Oh, that's cool. I like that. All right, I guess let's go to sub-level 3. So I'm very cold.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty Sunday.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sub-level 3.
All right. Let's look at the map. Wait. Oh, page development. Okay. This place looks pretty straightforward. Ooh, an emergency phone. That seems like a good thing to use. No? Push for help. Also a good thing to use. No? Okay. Well, fair enough. Please wait here. That's a bloody handprint. There's blood there. That's shelter area this way. Okay. Are any of these rooms unlocked? Yes, they are. Just gonna close that behind me.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team.
What?
Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Diana and Jules Marmont
that's
had once been a team.
Words per sentence 12, min 1, average 7.1. Is co-heads one word or
Diana
two?
Innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats.
Oh, okay.
Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable.
So yeah, he wrote more pages about them.
Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Okay. Style contains dialogue, clip phrasing, third person, omniscient, broad timeline. Story concepts, Marmont's, FBC Lake House, conflict, water, dark.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece.
Is this subject P?
His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food.
Oh no.
A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings.
1,000 paintings.
1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Words per sentence again. Style again. Story concepts. So I guess they're trying to figure out what Alan was writing about. Bata race, thank you. Tape.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding
My birthday!
the Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory.
Ew.
I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls.
Oh, it's the...
I will beat Jules to the finish line.
It's the people who stopped the ceremony for Nightingale. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the lake house will be divided into 2 projects. Project X 10032 AW, codenamed Arbitus, will focus on studying the writing of Redacted, probably Alan Wake, with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Project C43210RL, codenamed Raminus, will focus on studying Redacted and his work, with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director, probably the paintings. Staff will be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Harry Kingston. All right. Art is for analysis, not for admiration. All right. So whose office was that? ATD output evaluation and grading. Then chief technician. All right. Some interesting looking stuff here. Refinement process, ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. Oh, that's what that was. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm. Oh God! It's AI! It's AI! Burn it down! Burn the lake house down! Okay, I'm done. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. Well, you know what? I can't say I'm that upset of what happened to everybody now. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Conference room. Okay. Hello, Diana.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Are you just gonna say the same thing?
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow.
Nothing.
It became trapped, stagnant,
output.
went bad. The truth was
This
controlled.
is their output
The
pages,
art was
I
not
guess.
Art, just content for the experiment.
I do love how much this feels like the FBC and its own thing too.
There was a crack in the lake house.
Project Arbutus, initial findings report from Edward Franklin Booker. Born in New York, currently resides in New York. Married to Tamitha Booker.
Went bad.
Oh, yeah, these are the Bookers. Okay, no known children dependents, no paracriminal affiliations found.
Just content for the
Writer and director of 5 stage plays, confirmed artist designation, author, playwright. Disclaimer, background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous.
Crack in the lake house. The Marmonts.
Then there's Tamitha Madsen Booker, born in Atlanta, Georgia, currently in New York, married, no paracriminal affiliations found, author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful. Background investigation performed in a very short blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. Do a quick save there. Take a look at the map. Where are we? So, okay. So, yeah, now we go into automated typing device chamber. Surely nothing will go wrong in there.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix.
Yeah.
In a room full of them all clacking away. 100% bad news.
It's the 1,000 monkeys on 1,000 typewriters reproducing Shakespeare. God, I don't like these noises though. Don't like it. Not at all. Production archive. Closing that door. Do not copy Wake manuscript pages. Good idea. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with the intent to use this particular band for redacted, and the ATDs continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house, no useful information. Wake's agent refused to discuss client matters. Good for you, Barry. Good for you. Wake's spouse refused to discuss. Good for you, Alice. Good for you. Redacted, no useful information. Who was redacted? Check all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake. No useful information. I wonder. I really wonder who redacted is supposed to be. I wonder if it's Rose. It might actually be Rose. Now that I think about it, because it didn't say refuse to discuss. It said no useful information. I could 100% see that someone talking to Rose and her just going on and on about Alan for like 30 minutes and talking nothing about what kind of typewriter he used. I could 100% see that. The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. Project directors indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's a theory. That is a lot of pages. This is a lot of pages. My God. Anything? There's another flare. All right. Is there anywhere else we can go in here? Oh, I see another green light over there. This noise is, oh boy, it's not great. All right. So that door needs a level 2 clearance. Oh, that's a ladder. There's a door. Not going down that way yet. All right, more supplies. JK, there's nothing. Welding masks? All right. This is maybe where they fix typewriters?
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman.
I remember that guy.
Founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists.
Yeah, and it didn't go well for him.
The Shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy.
Of course it was.
Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action.
Yeah?
Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Okay. We have begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The pages we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflicts this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC. And if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life force was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love or animosity are theirs to control? Good question. Yeah, this seems like a fix room. Anything change on our map? No? Okay. I mean, I guess we can run down here real quick and just see why this one is locked. Also because of O2. Yes. Okay. All right, let's go down the spooky hallway. Wait, there is no hallway here. Wait, it's not on the map. What is this? Hold on. Oh, I'm just not on the map anymore. Cool. Also, I just realized sub-level 5 is not on here either. Cool. Oh boy. Threshold experimentation is level 5. What was level 4? Research archives. I hate archives.
Shit.
Like that.
I can never say no to extra firepower.
I mean, we do now have a shotgun. That's pretty nice. Thank you for your shotgun. Appreciate it. Wait, so where am... Wait. What? Wait. This is just...
Back where I started.
We just looped.
Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
Find a way to get the gun back to the facility. Wait, get to the experiment site on sub-level 5. Okay. Is this the same? Yeah.
This contrived overlap
Oh,
rebounded
that's
on
not the
itself,
same.
compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled.
Is this still about the Bookers?
Wrong, the dream
Yeah.
logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled, and
Let me go ahead and save again. I do like that Estevez referenced the law of threes. That's a very good idea. Game saved. Love to see that.
The shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
Oh, I can fight you. Oh my god. Well, you took a lot. Oh my god. Oh god. All right. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's not great. Dude. Oh my god!
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Okay. Well, that took some resources. That's not super great. Any chance you wanna give me some Aw. Really, game? Really? Now that I actually need resources, you're not giving me any? Okay. Alright, fine. Well, let's do our thing. We've almost run out of flashlight. So that's great. Alright. Alright, well. Any supplies in here now? Wouldn't hate it. Wouldn't hate it, game. Just some supplies. Maybe some supplies in here? No? Super cool. Alright, well.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
Okay. So Lane was creating pages or leading them to pages. Okay. I do see something right here. That's kind of nice. All right, at least something. Let's go ahead and reload my shoddy. Oh, we have a second here. Is this first aid? Sure isn't. Anything here? Nope. Okay. Well. Oh, I don't like this.
What is that?
Oh boy. All right. New door. Oh.
Huh. Controllable shifting phenomena.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no. I gotta use my security clearance card. Excellent. All right. So we have a cubo there. I guess we're gonna have to take it that way. So if we do this again. Okay, it blocks it off. Okay. So this is using like the angel lamp kind of stuff. Okay. All right, so I guess we take the core from here and we're gonna have to use it somewhere else. All right. Let's go down the dark hallway with no flashlight. All right. All right, security clearance card 1. And there's another one. And there's also like music. Also, again, I'm not on the map. All right, so that's just back out there. Interesting. Any supplies in here? And can I loot these FBC boxes? No. All right. So do I just take this back to the other one? And now maybe, now that they're both good, this will now do something else. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, it's you again. Hey, bud. How's it going?
You again.
So what happened to you?
What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Okay. What did the Marmonts do?
You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get to ask about Alan Wake.
On the Marmonts.
Darn.
What did they do?
All right. Some not really.
Access denied.
I mean, maybe
A threshold is the connection between a foreign
2 is
reality
doable now.
and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are. The further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe we can go through 2 now. Yep.
Level 1 lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Holding an observation.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Lift the level-wide lockdown. Okay. Hey, there's the service hatch. We could just use this to get back to the surface. I mean, we can just nuke this place, right? Every office should have a nuke, right? That just seems prudent for something like the FBC. All right, we got bathroom. Nothing really going on in here. Yep. Let's see. Let's probably have another bathroom over here. Then we have cells. We have an interview room, and then the control center in the back. Security. Oh, security is probably locked.
Open while the floor's on lockdown.
Okay. More blood. Great. This is probably where they were keeping Marmont. Also, there's a manuscript page in there. That needs card number 3. Okay. Oh, yay, more guys. Any one of y'all be supplies? No. Nope. Okay. Right, there we go. Yes, thank you, medkit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And more bullets and more batteries. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and I guess just keep looking around here before we dive into that fresh heck.
I wonder what happened here.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drug and paint made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter O.
Oh no.
The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate.
Oh,
drugs.
no.
Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Okay. Project Ramnus, subject condition report redacted. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, this redacted presented as an increasing resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude toward art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in an abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, the estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont has suggested that a high dose of blank be introduced to the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't.
Oh, this isn't great.
I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just a classic artist slump.
No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did.
Ew.
Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that.
No, that's... I am feeling better.
Oh, no.
I will paint.
This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Well, then. So were the Marmonts always kind of garbage human beings? Or did Alan turn them into garbage human beings? Or what? Need another password. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the wake pages we provide as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Continue the story from page AW02. The crack was an emotional one, a light right through their marriage. Their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside's cottage windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving, and he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They had been at the lab running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack, but he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass, the sort of thing you only noticed if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door to his wife.
Oh. Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Booker!
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot.
No.
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news.
It's not
a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
I'll give you some professional advice with my gun.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
No, I won't. All right, what we got here? Retrieval order. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbitus at the Lake House. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Tamitha Booker, her work is more commercially successful. It's more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Less successful than Tamitha, but theater is more widely recognized as art. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Subject writing must feature darkness, water, Marmonts, Jules, and Diana, the Lake House conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? No. No, they did not. Which seems not like a terrible idea. Honestly, the less he probably knows, the better off he is.
Oh, there's the elevator. How do I get in?
Definitely not spooky monster. Okay. All right, well, looks like we only have one place to go at this point. Oh, wait, there's a container back here. Where? Is it this? Oh, right here. Got it. All right, that's fine. I'd rather have had a health pack, but you do you, game. You do you. All right, well, really don't like that.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
Really don't like that. Office Project Arbitus. Stuff's locked. Office Project Ramnus. Vandalized text. Oh! I backed away just in time. All right. Can't wait for these doors to be opened. It's It's gonna be great. It's gonna be super, super great. All right, that person's super dead. Anything in the fridge? Any weapons? Supplies? No? Yeah. All right. During lockdown, all staff must shelter in place while threat is removed. Contain others disposed of. During lockdown, doors will automatically lock and close, preventing the spread of dangerous materials. Once lockdown is lifted, staff will be given verbal instructions. Okay. Safe room. Anything in here for me? Like in here? I was about to be like, nothing? Are you serious? Are you for real right now? Oh, and there is actually a thingy right here. Thanks for the map. The map is super great. All right, so let's see. This is a door right back here. Anything around here to read? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Control center. Again, not looking forward to letting these dudes out. Oh, also, that's not great. Could use another key card, I guess. Ooh, that's blood splatter. Oh, and we get a super good view of what will happen. Can't wait.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Black circular shape among yellow lines. Oh, 42 is a thing. Okay. And 169 is also a thing. 170, 24. Okay. Interesting. An uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. Lone tree at night. A dark green tree standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. Empty road and forest. A dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note, a small white shape of the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for the site now to attempt page retrieval. Yellow crescent shape on blank canvas. A curved yellow shape and roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or a banana. Unfinished piece. Red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black-gray with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. Gray vertical shapes like the skyline of a city in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out among the color of the sky. Black void, a deep black void covering the entire canvas with a few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. Large variety of black spirals, large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from the spirals. Brown shape with horns, a brown shape vaguely triangular with what resemble presumably horns extending from the shape, likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk, black background. Oh, cool. We have our second key card. Beautiful.
Higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Wait, what? I definitely saw someone. That's not great. Let's get into Office 2.4. Hello. All right. So what's in here? Another computer. I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. A week from this Friday. Okay, so I guess there's a calendar probably somewhere around here. Ah, like right here. So a week from this Friday would be 9/23. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Trisha update. I just found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base numbers, then Black Void. Okay. Yeah, the Marms are losing a big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to a big old turd or something. Once again, making their marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings. I need to get in or this is going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah. So I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay. Special plus brown shape with horns. Okay, so that's... We know the lockdown code now. Before we use it, first, can we grab that? Thank you. Second, I want to run. Well, you know what? No. Here's what we'll do. We'll save, and we'll just open the door. But that was weird. That there looked like a dude just like chilling out there. All right, so our super secret anniversary, and then brown horns. So 0923, and then what was brown horns? 25. 0923 25.
Damn it.
Wait, it's not? A week from this Friday. Oh, 22. Oh. Guys, Sunday's the first day of the week. Come on now. Oh, here's the thing about that again. Okay, just in case you forgot. Okay. So 09 22 25.
And there.
Okay. We're going to read the mail first.
Cloud HQ, more situations like this are going to fall through the cracks.
Attention all staff. There's a significant amount of black rock missing from sub-level 5. Oh, God. I expect there was a misunderstanding and someone's taking it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we'll fix the problem. Black rock is a precious material. While I only have so much of it now with the oldest house being closed. Hello. Please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time.
I'm glad someone here stood up to him.
Hello, Mr. Kingston. I'm writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. Oh, this is Trisha. I've collected a list of violations that I've personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmon are driving this facility's staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Good day. Hello, Miss Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. So Dallas is working while the lockdown is in effect. Okay. Mr. Kingston, I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I have reached out to them about this issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmonts are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Yep.
Estevez, come in.
Hey!
Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
All right. I know you guys are out here. Where are you? I'm trying to make it so that they don't all like come to me at once. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to avoid it. Okay. Music stopped. That's usually a good sign. JK. Not a good sign. Well, there's a painting they were trying to use. Oh, that's just the stuff right there. Okay.
Had a thought today.
Jules.
Possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit
And that's
detail.
true. I guess that's a good point.
The story gives the shadow a, how you say, blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine.
Yeah.
In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Oh. That was from Better Times. Let's see, anything in here? Progress of you. Too much overlap between tone and style merge. Dark. Comprehensibility F, style F, tone D, content D. Dark scream the darkness, a dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness, a well of darkness, a vortex like black paint, darker and darker and darker, so dark the darkness could hardly see. A dark figure emerged. Oh god, it's very dark. Repetition is just solve sufficient rounds of refinement. The rot snail beamed, a wooden grain bent from the owl, egg mail, 4 forms in the glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through form down in bark. I grow and longer with the lower dark sea. No one found egg mail heaven. Pour during out he chin. When all screamin' blue and an axe vermilion. A day is around, flat across evening. The water murmurs in light bulb trees. Round the cat. The night glares in all streets. The coffee deers run. Fear drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in Panic Mountain. That's just F. The dark woods read out darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness and the dark shivered. Pistol looked at flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run. So, I don't know. That's not bad. Need more Wake references. Input. Non-Wake reference material. Source human subject use staff as writer's risk of data skew. Interesting. Supplies. Thank you. Shoddy ammo. Anything else? There's one back here. Is it right here? That's weird. It says it should be right here, but it's not. So that's cool. All right. Enough cackling. All right. Oh, more of you. Cool. Oh God. Shoot. Oh, this is bad. I also don't have a lot of stuff left. So this is Dude, oh, that sucks. Ah, okay. That's unfortunate. All right, where do you checkpoint me, game? Where are you checkpointing me? Oh, here. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Okay. Okay. Again, would be kind of nice. Oh, is it this? Did they rotate or something? Was it... Oh, was it here? Oh, okay. Oops. Well. There's nothing! Okay. Anything in here? Uh-oh. What? Well, I can't. So that has nothing in it. That sucks. I can't really play controller or keyboard mouse. So I guess I'm going to save and quit because my controller's still on. Maybe if I just take out the battery, repop it back in. Maybe this will bring it back. Okay. Okay, cool. Saved. The playthrough is saved. The playthrough is saved. All right, well. Oh, I do have this heal. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Do you have that? Let's go ahead and load up. There they are. Okay. Okay. One dealt with. Two dealt with. Okay. That guy go in here? No. Okay. This is going a little better. We are almost out of battery, which is not great. Where is Mr. Throwy Knives? Okay. You doing okay there, buddy? All right. We don't have the password for this, so we can't break you out yet. Okay. Well. You can now go in here. Oh, I guess that was one of the enemies that was in here. Okay. Okay. Supplies in here? No. Is there anything in here? Or is this just a room? It's just kind of a room with balloons in it. Okay. Okay. It's the party room, I guess. Excuse me. Research and development. Painting review. Well. Okay. Please don't put me back at the beginning of this entire thing. Please just put me back at the beginning of this hallway. Are you... Oh no. Come on, game. Come on. Don't do that to me. No, we've done this. We've done this now. We'll put it back on when we get back to that specific room. Oh, wait. Well, I did. Okay, so I did save here. So at least there's that. It didn't put me. It does not like checkpoints. All right. Come on, you rascals. Okay. Oh my God, I hate you so much. All right. Do you go in here? All right. One left. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Oh, this room's now open at least. Oof. Threshold activity. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded exceeding the safety limit, necessitating general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made per the recent amendments to this procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Marmont or Dr. Marmont has been received. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. And you give me batch of raisin bullets. And there is another... Oh, locker. Sweet. Nice. Okay. We'll throw it back on normal now. Okay, dude. You're not even in. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Is there anything in here this time? No. I mean, I guess we could just go to the elevator, but you know what?
Wait, whoa, what? It's out of here. She wasn't ready.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So painting review and storage. You're super dead. Background report. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 15 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by SPC staff. Interesting. So there's nothing. Do you even have to do this room? This seems like nothing. I feel so tricked and violated right now. How dare. Maybe you have to do
My
it.
team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
All right. Oh, so now we just use 2. Okay. All right, back up to 1.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods. No. Actions have consequences.
Yep.
And I'm the consequences.
I'm the consequences. Well, those noises aren't super great.
1.
You fucking bastard.
Okay.
Killed my team. He was taken by the shadow. I'm sorry.
My bad, guys.
I should get that gun while I'm up here.
How do I get it though? I am gonna go save. Okay. Saved. All right. Let's see. All right. Gotta get some supplies. I was about to be like, are you serious? Are you really giving me nothing, game? But no, they gave me something. Panel control switch. Maybe we need to undo the light switch. All right. Nope. Nope. Double nope. Triple nope. Can't go that way. Running this way. Y'all don't know how that works. I know you started just wondering how much longer you plan on streaming. I was kind of think.
I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, I came up with that.
I was kind of thinking about maybe trying to play this to the end. Not the entire game, just this.
Must be like some kind of assistant. A putain d'assistant? Moi? I run the lake house. This is my facility.
I'm not sure how much is left, but we'll see.
You cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative.
I understand. Yeah, I totally get it, Cosmic. I do. I understand.
He's just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. Tous ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. But I will break it.
Okay. Well then, you win, Cuckoo Pants Banana. All right. So the map has moved again. So I think we can maybe get in here now. Oh, that is security clearance card 3. Okay. So maybe we just need to make like a run for it. Quick save. And a beauty. I hate it, 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 I hate it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Hate it.
How do I get in the room with that gun? Can't open it from the side.
Okay. Then we're just gonna have to go in from that side. We have the key card. Open the door. Go, go, go. Close that door. Okay. Progress update 5. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the tests. I know there's some on sub 05, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access on that floor. Interesting. Need another password. Okay.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad.
Okay.
The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a
So they messed up. They messed up super good. Okay. Gone. And key card
This should
3.
get me down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
Okay. Charge the Black Rock launcher by holding an RT. Charge shots go farther and deal more damage on impact. All right. So there is that room. Where are you? Oh.
Why did I think that would work?
Oh.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and reload. I think I'm just trying to get to the elevator. Oh my god. How do I get back to the elevator? How do I get back to the elevator? Do I have to flip the switch again? Maybe? Or do I just go this way? Was I just a silly goose? Sort of. I think I do have to flip the switch again. Alright, so let's save. Let's go in here. Yeah, to get that back open. That makes sense. All right. Keep forgetting the layout changes. All right. Oh, no. Just keep going. Just keep going. We do have a rocket launcher, so that's cool. Okay. Real quick. We could go to the interview room. That's, I think, the only thing. We didn't get that, whatever that is. That's fine. We do have these 2 rooms, but I don't know if we'll have to, like, redo everything. We'll just go to level 5 for now.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Oh. That's fair, I guess.
Please hold.
This isn't the floor I wanted.
Hold. Please
Wait.
hold. Please hold.
What floor am I on? What's up? What do you know about Rudolph Lane?
We're holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shape of a man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself! A self-portrait! Make them see!
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush! Just himself!
Okay. Anyway, let's go to level 5 now. I love that she's getting more and more paint on her jacket.
Sublevel 4.
Wait, I didn't pick sublevel 4. I picked sublevel 5. Didn't I? Well, guess it doesn't matter now. Any supplies? Shifting geometry badness. That's not a good sign. There we go. Anything in here? Nope. Oh, wait. Yes. There is actually stuff in here. All right.
Come on.
Yep, this is control. This. Oh, that's a lot of deer heads. All right, that's another like smoke grenade type thing. I already have those on a quick slot. Okay. I should keep that in mind. Don't like that noise. Don't like the paintings are here. There's some rocks. Okay. Okay. Don't like that I'm running out of bullets or whatever for these things. I just really don't like this in general. Alright, there's something here. More of these things? Nope, just regular ammo. Which normally I wouldn't mind regular ammo. Regular ammo is great.
Diana sat in her office.
A week the light kept the darkness around her bay. The sounds of the archive suited her. She scouted a series of graphs and the room turned red. Alarms blared, breach detect. The walls of the archive rumbled, a tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this, her and Jules, their ambition, their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile. Interesting. Hello. Taken. I heard you. Okay. You're not dead? Okay. Well then. All right. So how far back are we going? Okay. All right. I am now making the executive decision. At least for like a while, we're just going on story mode because I would like to finish this tonight. So,
come on.
Sorry, but we're just going. The checkpoints are too few and far between, unfortunately. So we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. That's fine. grab this.
Diana setting her off.
Yep, she sure did, Alan. She sure did. Oh, was I supposed to have seen them last time? And not just heard them? Maybe. Oh my god. What? There we go. Jesus. Wait, what? Okay. What is going on? My controller feels really off.
Okay, black rock powder.
Okay, we got one of those.
Keep an eye out for more of these.
Okay. Just gonna go ahead and use one of these. Okay. Okay. How do I get out? Oh, is it here? Is this the way forward? Nope, that's a dead end. Also a dead end. Where? Okay. Nope. Wait. Did I maybe actually want to go in there first? Maybe we should go look in there first with the lights on.
The lake house was underwater.
The Marmot's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it, a fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled in what was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruder stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved home beneath the waves.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against.
Wow, you really are all about data.
Sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps.
Yikes.
An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Yikes. More circles. On the morning of Redacted, the musician, held to the lake house for research purposes, was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house. It was considered very promising as research material by the doctors. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. Interesting that the idea for 6 deep breaths, deep breaths happened there. Let's try 09. Although there is a thing on there.
That's not right.
6 8 5 2 9 8. Oh, okay. 5 years ago, Diana, I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know, protocol does not allow this sort of thing. And he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Diana, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research in Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for you. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wakes, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control at Kraken Lake House. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am a head of research here and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to forbid me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Jesus. Hello, Dr. Mulliman. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he's maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says that they have simply been misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If the issue persists at that point, let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. All right. All right, so now if we come back in here, I see the elevator too.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work. And now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished.
Oof.
He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know.
Did you do something?
Or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
Dr. Casper Darling, I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching Threshold Redacted's reality manipulation fact wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain Redacted a while back. File 6D001 through 6D004 found in the attached envelope. Test for any reaction that may trigger what the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific name that is. You designate the artist as P6 in your records. That's Door. So they were looking into stuff on Door. Pull the light switch cord. Wait, what? There's a light switch cord on 5. Well then.
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
Shut down the experiment. Wait, I think I need to pull a cord.
No.
All right, very much no longer on the map, so that's not great.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced, it was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Oh boy. Hey, Diana. Oh boy. Oh, that's a rock. Oh. 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 Oh boy. Ooh, that. Ooh, we're gonna. That's some anger, yeah. With a rock.
Typical fucking Mormons.
Ma'am, how much damage are you tanking? She's doing sick combos though. That didn't work. Dang it. Oh, I guess I didn't need to use that anymore.
Idiots think this was a good idea. Where'd she go?
Battery, great. Ow. We'll only have one more left of these.
Like I needed more problems.
Okay. I have no idea where she is. Because he is a man, and therefore the laws of science dictate that no matter how stupid he is, he gets the credit. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Estevez, do the thing. That is weird.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid wake he could never wash away!
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but...
Yeah, probably not much.
It's done.
The pain, it was all over him!
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Sorry. Let me pause here real quick. Just give that little spinny thing time so it doesn't like buffer and put the dialogue out of sync. Just gonna wait here a second on this lovely Estevez face right here. Alan.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koska, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan! Alan Wake! After the Threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else.
Hey, buddy.
I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
Good question. End of chapter.
I gave Ed Booker a ride back to town, told him never breathe a word about this. I didn't even bother detaining him, bigger fish to fry. And, that's it. So if you were thinking, Jesus, this lady's an asshole. Well, now you know why. You've only seen one case like this. I've seen a career's worth. I was just trying to spare you the headache.
Well then. All right.
You really don't remember Logan living in
We just do
Virginia
this,
with
and then
me,
I think we'll
David?
probably start wrapping up.
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery, and then Logan, well, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
All right. So with that, let's do a quick save here. Then we're gonna go ahead, since we already did put it back into story mode anyway. Do this and start transitioning on out of here. We can go to our Mind Palace, to the case board, fill up anything else we have here. The story, all these thingies. Fact versus fiction. David and I took a break and I moved to Logan. I moved to Logan. Oh, case closed.
What is real and what isn't. A megalomaniac writer can't make me doubt that. I have more family than I even knew. And I need to protect them all.
That's fair. All right. So, case closed.
Investigating the story's lies led me to a family I didn't know I had. Or was finding them part of the story too. Maybe it doesn't matter.
All right. So yeah, this case is now done. That's a background case. Cult of the Tree. Again, I don't know if we'll actually close the Cult of the Tree case. Still need one cult psychology, one cult ritual, and one cult working for with someone. Fact versus fiction. Yeah, we did close this one. The previous murder. Why doesn't this say case solved? Oh, this is called a tree. Although fact versus fiction should also say case solved. And this one we can't do yet. So. Yeah, now we're on Wake, the clicker. All these other cases have been solved though. Manuscripts, again, we're just missing one for return 3. Might look that one up, and if it's not too hard to get, we might grab it. And then just a couple for this. Oh, and we actually did get all we did get all 8 of them here. So that's cool. We did get all 8 of those paintings. I didn't know they'd be put there. Radio. Oh, we got all 6 things here. Nice. We didn't actually listen to this. I guess this was like probably the final end credit song. And we got all 7 here. Did we actually watch this? Oh, this is
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here.
I don't think they played this
whole thing.
The Lake House
has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Drs. Marmot? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome.
Yeah, because Taken is so much better.
Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set.
Hedron, huh?
I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry. I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking, so the Shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a brave new world, people.
Wake's notes falling behind. Lane update. I don't think we saw this. Maybe we just got everything for finishing it.
Lane was found dead in his cell this morning. It's an unfortunate setback.
Uh-huh.
But when a door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying. Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present.
This feels gross.
A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure
emotion.
He put everything he had into this one. Literally. Every reading we take is off the charts.
This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy or the wife.
Oh. All right.
I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow.
All right, so then there's this one, and then we did see that one from you. Okay. So I think we just didn't see that one. And then we did see this, but we just didn't see the whole thing for some reason. Okay. We did not get to explore the entire lake house. We did miss out on like a room or two, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I do think everything in here is done. We can look on the map real quick. See if there's anything we can look at here in the police station. There are some containers, but other than that, there's no like manuscript pages or anything. So, okay. There is a point of interest. It feels like it's just this. No? Okay, it's enough. Oh well, that's fine. Okay. Save. One more quick save. Game saved. Exit to main menu. And we are good. So with that, we're gonna wind things down here. Oh, well, that was certainly a DLC. That was big time DLCing. Man, those Marmots were crazy. They were straight up crazy, yo. But at least we got Estevez out, which I guess we always knew should technically happen because we're literally talking to her about it. But yeah, a lot of fun. I think if I didn't feel so rushed, I think I would have kept trying on like normal difficulty, but we got to see the end. That's what's really important. So yeah, that was exciting. And it was really cool. That was very creepy, very interesting paint monster. It is a little bit of a bummer that you basically only like kind of see them a couple times. And that the Taken are like the more like present thing. I would have probably liked less fights overall, but more like encounters with the actual painting dudes. But oh well, still really fun. Again, really, really good design as always. And it was just fun to be back in a Federal Bureau of Control like environment. That was really cool. So very, very nice touch. And we'll see what happens and if that potentially leads into anything else down the line. But that will have to wait for our next playthrough. We will be back as Cosmic has put in our schedule. We won't be here this Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. Do stick with us, but there may be a chance we're not live then, in which case maybe we'll be live on Sunday. Don't know. But for sure Mondays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll be here for that. I think we have only maybe one more episode of Alan Wake to go, because pretty much all we have is the summoning horde fight, Alan trapping Alan, then Alan's final section in the tower then Alan going through Deerfest, and then the last little bit. Like, I don't think we have that much more to go. So yeah, just make sure you stay tuned for when we'll be wrapping it up and see what this new ending turns out to be and how things have changed with this new spiral they're going through. Socials are in chat. They're also in the very real sign back there. Hybrid Let's Play on Instagram, at Hybrid Let's Play on YouTube, Hybrid Let's Play on Blue Sky. There's no one that's a butterfly, not a bird. I promise you. Check us out there. Join the Discord. Links in chat to the Cosmic Space. A lot of fun people there playing a lot of fun games. Make sure you can get on that. And of course, thanks to Midnight49 for this very real sign back here. Thanks to Cosmic Cadence for blessing it with her cosmic rays. Thanks to you for coming out tonight, whether it's for 5 minutes, the entire stream, lurking, chatting it up, keeping me refreshed with some Zevia, getting to experience some new portions of Alan Wake 2 DLC. Hope you're enjoying it, and I appreciate you being here. Until I see you next time, I am Hybrid for Hybrid Let's Play. We'll catch you again. Stick around. Keep, following us here, and you'll get the notifications as soon as we go live, whether it's this Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or a different point. But until I see you then, take control and take care.